Here's everything you might have missed in the Black Adam trailer. After what's felt like an eternity, The Rock is finally coming to the DC Extended Universe. Over the weekend, the People's Champion gave us our best look yet at the towering beefcastle who inherited the Wizard Shazam's powers long before Billy Batson did, Black Adam. And based on what we saw in the trailer during DC Fandome, Black Adam might even give Superman a run for his money in terms of raw strength in the DC Universe. Now we're going to break everything down that happens in the teaser trailer, contextualize the importance of supporting characters that will be joining Teth Adam in this film, and explore how it all connects to Shazam in just a moment. But if you're the kind of person that's worried about that sort of thing, like knowing what's coming down the pipeline, leave now before your mind is blown. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Now, in case you've been living under the rock of eternity, Black Adam's been in development for a long time. Dwayne Johnson's been connected to this project since at least 2007, which means by the time this movie comes out in 2022, it's going to have been 15 years in the making. That's basically one Billy Batson's worth of time.
How old are you? Basically 15.
Now, for those who don't know, Black Adam is a complicated character in DC Comics canon. Typically billed as an antagonist to Shazam / Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call him, Black Adam was originally a slave in the fictional Middle Eastern nation of Kahndaq thousands and thousands of years ago. As teased by the Wizard Shazam in the movie of the same name, before Billy Batson was selected to become the Wizard's champion, Teth Adam was. But he would later gain the Black Adam moniker after he let his powers corrupt his ideals and began using them for revenge. In more modern storylines, Black Adam is billed as more of an anti-hero, a brutal, violent man willing to do whatever it takes for the greater good, or whatever he deems to be the greater good. For example, he once beat back the 7 deadly sins, which he apparently also released according to the Shazam movie. And then he also murdered every member of the Council of Eternity save for the Wizard Shazam, which explains all those empty chairs in his chamber. But at long last, at least in the DCEU, Shazam and the Council managed to imprison Black Adam as a punishment for his crimes. He's been trapped in what appears to be the throne room or some sort of temple in the Kingdom of Kahndaq, as evidenced by the trailer. Now, the teaser itself begins with a pair of explorers wandering into what we'll soon learn to be where Black Adam has been entombed for thousands of years. On the left, we have Sarah Shahi as Adriana Tomaz, who comic fans may better know as Isis, Black Adam's superpowered wife. In the comics, she was a slave that Black Adam freed, and with the amulet of Isis, she became imbued with the powers of another of the Wizard Shazam's champions, the aptly named Isis. Together, they turned Kahndaq into a much more pleasant place to live, until her eventual death during World War III, but that's a story for another time. Now, the other explorer played by Marwan Kenzari is another important DC Comics character, Sabach. No, not the card game from Star Wars, rather a character from the comics dating all the way back to 1943. He can transform into a muscle-bound murder monster after uttering the magic word Sabach, which, like Shazam, is an acronym. The 6 demons who grant Sabach his powers are Satan, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Cratius. So chances are these 2 are going to prove very important in what's to come, but in very different ways. After that, we see them come across the crown of Kahndaq, which is just floating in the air, you know, a common thing that crowns do. And this is just further proof they're in some sort of throne room in Kahndaq exploring its ancient ruins. What's fascinating, though, is that in that eventual World War III storyline I mentioned before, Dr. Sivana, who menaced Billy Batson and Shazam, used an electro crown to turn Black Adam from towering beefcastle into towering meat puppet. Next up, we see Adriana discover ancient seals and symbols on the ground, which she uncovers before uttering the magic word Shazam. And this immediately imbues the seals with powerful magical energy and shatters them, freeing Black Adam, much to the chagrin of literally everyone in that room with an assault rifle. Now, the resultant blast of lightning sends guards flying as we see the hooded figure of Black Adam. And this look actually harkens back to Black Adam's intimidating New 52 appearance from the comics, as well as how the character appeared in the Wizard Shazam's retelling of his story in Shazam. We can also see much more clearly what appears to be a throne that Black Adam is kneeling in front of. Now, apparently Adam's a little bit cranky after his several thousand-year-long nap. He grabs the mercenary that approaches him by the throat and zaps him with enough electricity to incinerate the man alive. Basically, this proves that Black Adam would have no problem slapping raw chicken until it's cooked, so let's check that off our list right now. Now, what follows is an object lesson in just how bulletproof Black Adam actually is. After catching a projectile mid-flight like it's a fly, the godlike being flies off, brushing off a barrage of bullets like they're nothing at all. Now, the bigger question then becomes, will Black Adam be a villain in this movie? Well, the answer is obviously probably not. He's going to be an anti-hero, but really stretching the definition of hero given how immediately brutal his methods are. Now, with the presence of Sabach in the film, we know at least one character is going to give Black Adam a run for his money, but what about the DC Comics characters we know are going to be in this film but we haven't seen yet in full costume? Well, as confirmed by the behind-the-scenes intro to the Black Adam clip, Pierce Brosnan is playing Dr. Fate, Aldous Hodge is playing Hawkman, Quintessa Swindell is playing Cyclone, and Noah Centineo is Atom Smasher. And these characters are all members of the Justice Society of America, a precursor to the Justice League of America that first appeared way back in the 1940s in All-Star Comics #3. Given the JSA's Golden Age origins in the comics, I originally thought that Black Adam might be a prequel to the events of Shazam, but clearly it seems as though it's set in modern day. We know that the Justice League exists in the world that Shazam occupies, which is presumably the same reality as Black Adam, so perhaps we'll learn in this film the JSA had deep but hidden roots in the DCEU, or maybe it's a newer organization inspired by the Justice League. Or perhaps with DC's emphasis on the multiverse as well in movies like The Flash, this could be a group of heroes from a parallel Earth as well. Regardless, here's a brief overview of each character that we're going to be meeting. Dr. Fate is one of the most powerful spellcasters in the DC universe, and he serves as an agent of the Lords of Order in the never-ending fight against chaos. A founding member of the Justice Society and later a member of Justice League Dark, Dr. Fate is a scholar, archaeologist, and powerful mystic who will likely prove essential in containing the threat of Black Adam and helping to stop Sabach. Hawkman is the winged warrior alter ego of Carter Hall, an archaeologist who's stuck in an endless cycle of death and rebirth. Wearing armor made of the alien material nth metal, he's fascinated by the secrets of this substance and the truth behind why he's trapped in this death loop. With the accumulated knowledge of countless lives, maybe Hawkman could remember Black Adam from a time before he was imprisoned, which could prove valuable in calming down this cranky metahuman. After that, we have Cyclone, the alter ego of Maxine Hunkel. In the comics, she's the granddaughter of the superheroine and honorary JSA member Red Tornado, and she possesses the powers of aerokinesis, the ability to manipulate wind, create cyclones, as her name suggests, and fly on currents of air. Considering that Black Adam can also fly, being able to manipulate the air around him might be a particularly necessary power if they cross paths with the Protector of Kahndaq in a foul mood. And last but not least, we have Atom Smasher, the grandson of a supervillain who inherited powers that let him alter his molecular structure at will, including the size and density of his body. In the comics, though, Black Adam actually joined the JSA for a time and kind of took Atom Smasher under his wing. While much of the rest of the group chafed at Black Adam's, shall we say, moral flexibility, Atom Smasher saw it as the right way forward. And together they helped to liberate the nation of Kahndaq by any means necessary. Now, whether or not we'll see that particular story play out in the movie, that remains to be seen, but regardless, the JSA is going to be both powerful allies and powerful antagonists for Black Adam, and they'll absolutely have their hands full trying to go toe-to-toe with the equivalent of a living god in Teth Adam. However, as I'm sure we'll see, they're all going to need to join forces to defeat Sabach and whatever other forces of demonic darkness come their way when Black Adam finally hits theaters on July 29th, 2022. Anyway, folks, there you have it. That is everything you need to know about the Black Adam teaser trailer, the Justice Society of America characters joining the film, and what to expect from this movie when it finally comes out. Anyway, we'll keep you covered on all things Black Adam over on Nerdist.com, but in the meantime, tell us, what did you think of this teaser trailer? Did you spot anything that we missed? And what do you hope to see from this film?
Guys, there's 6 of us and there's 7 thrones. Who's that for?
Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, stay tuned to Nerdist.com.